Say a prayer, cause I could cross the line any minute. And I can use divine intervention. So keep me in your mind for a moment at a time. Say a prayer for me. Say a prayer, say a prayer, say a prayer
Devil
for
knocking
me.
at the door, I wonder what he doing here. Different time, different day. Here we go another year. I'm fighting battles every single day. You know I'm so sincere. Life's an accident waiting to happen. Better learn to steer. Made a mistake, so now they coming with that hate. Threw me into the fire. I thought it was a lake. See, I did it to myself. This was my mistake. All this pressure piling up. Thank God I didn't break. Now it's time to take a hit. Time to take the pain away. Still talking to the devil while I'm cooking on the tray. And counting up these problems like I'm counting up the money. Got my head on a swivel spinning around Bugs Bunny.
Keep me in your head, cause I'm standing on the edge. Say a prayer for me. Say a prayer for me. And keep me in your thoughts, cause I know it's not God. Say a prayer for me. Say a prayer, cause I could cross the line any minute.
Good morning.
Keep me in your mind for a moment at a time. Say a prayer for me. Say a prayer, say a prayer, say a prayer for me.
Everyone is battling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Happy Monday. Let's go. All right, let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. You know exactly what we came to do.
Feel like I'm stuck inside.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
It's like I'm stuck in time.
That's right, it is like I'm stuck in time. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, happy Monday.
Deja vu. It's me, Zeus. It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. It's deja vu when I'm out here flying first class. It's like every week I gotta take out the trash. I'm on top of my game, head of the class. You can tell that I made it, look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it. This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. That algorithm turned me to a maniac. I guess we going viral cause my zodiac. I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet.
Good morning, Tiffany, for the people.
Woo! And if they is my ex, that mean they left me. They don't get replies and they text me. I say it with my chest cause I mean it. Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited. Call me the master with a new whip. I'ma take off this spaceship.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's live.
Oh, you haven't already?
That shit was radical.
It was. It was horrible.
I'm like, you gone.
Zeus is going way off the rails.
It's like deja vu.
Cut it out.
It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu. It's like deja vu. It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm like the
All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Let's kill the music.
It's deja vu when I'm out here.
All right, DJ, that's enough. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Happy Monday. Welcome back, everyone. We are once again back in the Thunderdome, and I am your host, all right? And I am your pilot for this morning, all right? And you all know exactly what we came here to do, all right? But before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I am honest. You might as well pretend like my hand is resting on a stack of Bibles, because I'm going to have to tell you the truth whether you like it or not, all right? That's just how this goes. The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm humble. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize. What? I ate all the ice cream and I didn't replace it after I ate it? What was I thinking? You know what? I'm so sorry I ate all of the ice cream. I will go to the store. What time is it? 5 a.m.? It doesn't matter what time. I will find a store and go buy a new box of ice cream. What was your favorite flavor? I'll buy that one. That's how humble I am, all right? But the thing is, I just haven't been wrong lately, so I don't owe anyone an apology, all right? And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because you guessed it, I am and will always remain the most handsome. Now, many of you are familiar with what we do over here on this side of town, on this side of TikTok, all right? All right, you know what we do. What do we do, ladies and gentlemen? Well, we hold our friends on the right, especially their cult leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting deeds, as well as their crimes. All right, now listen up. All right, we'll get into what happened this weekend in just a quick second. I'm going to address it, I really am, but we must continue to hold our leaders accountable, all right? So that's the nature of this broadcast. So listen up, ladies and gentlemen. If you are one of these people that are, what one of my friends say, lactose intolerant, you know what that means? You're allergic to the facts, all right? Meaning, when I start showing you the source of the information that I'm using and you start to have what I call an outer body experience, right? That means you're lactose intolerant, right? You might want to leave this TikTok live and go hang out with those other fake TikTok hosts, those so-called legal experts, those gurus. You go hang out with them because they will lie to you. I don't have any reason to lie to you, all right? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. No strings attached. I am not a hand puppet. Despite all the negative things that they've been saying about Zeus, and they're completely wrong. These people are still lying. Ladies and gentlemen, despite all of that, I will continue to bring the truth, all right? So if you don't want to hear the truth, I'm going to give you an opportunity of a lifetime right now. Now is your chance to leave this live and go on and hang out with those fake TikTok hosts, all right? Those fake content creators, all right? Because over here, the rule still stands. I just cannot allow the MAGA to be the victims, all right? There's just too much on the line, all right? So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, here's your heads up.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Right. All right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this. Hold on. Just wanted to make sure all of the things that I need to are working. All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into today's show. All right. First things first. Many of us, we witnessed something very, very disturbing happen this weekend against the former president of the United States, right? We saw someone make an attempt on his life. And the good thing is he survived. But you know what? My heartfelt condolences do go out to the families that were there and that were impacted by this, especially the victims. I also want to say that it was quite American and patriotic, honestly, to see that in that moment, there were people who actually rushed to each other's aid, all right, and did the right thing in that moment. So I do want to acknowledge that and give those folks a round of applause. I also want to acknowledge how President Biden was during this moment in American history. President Biden demonstrated something I didn't think he could do, despite all of the infighting going on within the Democratic Party, despite all of the fake allegations being lobbied against President Biden. You know, they called him Sleepy Joe. They called him Crooked Joe, right? You know how they called Joe Biden all of these nasty things, right? But he still understood, I have to be the president of these United States. And yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, to cap off his response thus far, he gave a speech to all Americans asking that we work on toning down our political rhetoric. That way we don't get to the point where we engage in heinous acts of violence, right? Many of you know what I've been doing on this broadcast, right? I've been working diligently to help MAGA understand that they have opened up the proverbial jar, all right? The gloves, they've taken the gloves off, right? And they've opened up the proverbial jar, right? And I've always made it a point to remind MAGA how they did it, right? Where are they?
Everyone knows and I wouldn't have said this 3 weeks ago. I wouldn't have said it. I was actually very kind to him. But now we can't be kind anymore because the gloves are off. The jar has been opened.
So that's Donald Trump saying the gloves are off and the jars have been opened. Many of you know on my broadcast, what I like to do is use Donald Trump's words to incriminate him so that his supporters can understand who the one out here is really saying some of the most ridiculous things that I've ever heard in my life coming from someone that is striving to be president of the United States. So someone that's actually been president of the United States. So number one, my request is that you Trump supporters out there take inventory of all of the rhetoric you've been saying. I don't think there's a Trump supporter on this app that should be allowed to go around and blame Democrats anymore for any of this stuff that's being said. All right. And I'll get into some of the stuff that's been said in just a quick second. But I will say this. Let me go ahead and fall in line with my commander-in-chief, President Biden, and get my statement out there. All right. So please bear with me. I once again am here to address a matter of utmost importance. The need to actually and seriously tone down our rhetoric and promote civility in our political discourse. Our nation is facing unprecedented challenges, and it's only through respectful dialogue that we can find common ground and move forward together. I want to take a minute and pause right there on the respectful dialogue business. I will say this. I am willing to have respectful dialogue with anybody on this app, but it has to be respectful. No more lying to Zeus, MAGA. No more lying to me. No more gaslighting me. Let's really have a conversation about the facts. If it's facts, if you want to talk policy, let's talk policy. But let's get out of this you're a liar stuff that you like to do. Let's get out of this threatening people that you like to do when you don't win the argument. Let's get out of that, MAGA. And let's get down to real truth that's going on in this country. All right. I never thought in my life, ladies and gentlemen, I would actually have to get on TikTok and repeat the truth day in and day out to people so that eventually they get it. But you know what? That's where we're at because some people refuse to accept the truth. In recent years, we have witnessed a surge in political violence fueled by inflammatory language, misinformation, and polarization.
Deranged Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me.
Yeah, that's him calling Democrats Marxists, communists, fascists. I got it. It's time for us to take a step back, reflect, and recognize that our words do have consequences. When we engage in heated debates, when we vilify those with differing opinions, we contribute to an environment where violence becomes a tragic reality. So how can we change this trajectory? How can we change this? Well, here are some simple yet powerful steps we can all start to take. All right. And you know, you got to do this work on your own. I can't do this work for you. One, listen before you speak. This weekend was a great example of people not listening before they spoke and getting out here and putting out things on the internet that they know deep in their heart they shouldn't have put out, but they've put them out there. Now it's time to stop it. Listen before you speak. Let us actively listen to one another instead of waiting for our turn to talk. Let us genuinely hear what others are saying. Empathy begins with understanding. Again, we're all adults. To me, this is stuff we all should already know. But you know what? It's no problem reviewing it with you. Choose your words wisely. Words have an immense power. Let's opt for language that uplifts spirits rather than tears down. Disagreements can be expressed without resorting to personal attacks or demeaning language. Fact check and verify. Misinformation spreads like wildfire. You know what they say? They say the truth. A lie travels further than the truth. That's what they say, and it's true. Before sharing news articles, and you know who you are, before posting videos on social media blaming the Democrats, make sure you fact check what you really are doing and verify the accuracy And let's really be responsible citizens who prioritize truth over sensationalism or getting a little few extra coins on TikTok, a little more views on your video, and you know exactly who you are. Engage in constructive dialogue. Debating is healthy, but hostility is not. Let's engage in respectful conversation, seeking common ground and solutions. And remember, this is the United States of America. We all have a right to be in this country. And especially the rhetoric around immigrants. That needs to stop immediately. I don't want to see another so-called Christian getting on TikTok and crying about immigration. I don't want to see it. Promote unity. And this is what I'm going to be looking for the former president to really stand on, because he said it on his social media platform. Strength lies in our diversity. And let us celebrate our differences while finding common grounds, all right? When we unite, we can really overcome every challenge. And that's what President Biden has been saying this entire time. We're the United States of America. There's nothing beyond our capacity to do when we come together. This is what President Biden has been saying. So in conclusion, my fellow citizens, let us be the change that we wish to see. Understand that our words matter and they shape our collective destiny. By toning down our speech, I honestly believe that we can create a more compassionate and understanding and peaceful society, all right? So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, I want to say to those of you who are working on this, right, toning down your speech and really practicing listening before you speak, choosing your words wisely, fact-checking versus verify, engaging in constructive dialogue and promoting unity, this one's for you. You all deserve a round of applause. All right, here we go. All right, but you know it wouldn't be a normal show without the booze and shame. So this one goes out to all of you who continue to not listen before you speak. Those of you who are not choosing your words wisely. Those of you who aren't fact-checking and verifying whatever you're saying. Those of you who aren't engaging in constructive dialogue. Those of you who aren't promoting unity. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. This one is for you. All right, now let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. We don't got much time. There's a lot of things that we must cover, and I will try to get through as many of these things as I can. You know exactly what I am here to do, all right? I get it. I'm not everybody's favorite cup of tea. I get it, but you know what? The show must go on. Listen, many people I recognize are here. They come to my show, and you know why they come to my show? Because they go, you know what, Zeus? You help me get my day started. Whether I agree with you or not, Zeus, I respect that you bring the facts, you provide the information for us all to go do our own homework and do the research on, and you do it in an exciting, engaging, and entertaining way. And so you must continue to do your show, Zeus. But you know, if there's anything you can do, this is what they say, if there's anything you can do to kind of help get things back on track, please do it. And I said, you know what? You have my promise. I will strive to do it. All right. But I will continue to cover the facts as they are. I got to. I really do. All right. And so get a grip, columnist. Smack some sense into the defeatist Democrats. This is for the Democrats. Multiple Democrats have been telling media outlets that they feel resigned to former President Donald Trump winning the 2024 presidential election. No. I know. Don't do it. I know. No. Don't feel resigned, my fellow Democrats. All right. But Washington Monthly columnist Bill Scherr believes that this acceptance of doom is widely out of proportion where Democrats currently stand in the polls. Scherr tells Democrats to, quote, get a grip and realize that they have a very good chance to emerge triumphant in November. It's trite but true to note that a lot can happen over the next 3 months, he argued. We can't be clairvoyant, but optimism is warranted. Israel and Hamas may soon agree to a ceasefire. Biden's border crackdown may continue to drive down the number of illegal crossings and relieve pressure on multiple cities. Perhaps most importantly, the Federal Reserve may cut interest rates and buoy public perception of the growing economy. He also acknowledges that he believes President Joe Biden should step aside and allow Vice President Kamala Harris to be the top of the ticket. But he said that polls didn't show a major erosion for Biden despite delivering a disastrous performance in the first 2024 presidential debate. While Biden has slipped in the polls since the debate, he hasn't cratered. If Trump was remotely likable, if he was a remotely likable candidate and the electorate was eager to lurch rightward, not only would Trump be running away with the election, but so would Republican Senate candidates in battleground states. The case may be that no news development can dramatically change the race's trajectory because the partisan bases for the two candidates are broad and firm, and the double haters in the middle will continue to double their hate. He also says that nothing will guarantee defeat more for the Democrats than believing they've already lost before any votes have been cast. Yes, we are facing an unusual set of X factors that could render the lessons of history inoperative, he concludes, but defeatism guarantees defeat. The Democrats may need to fight more of an uphill battle than necessary, but uphill battles can still be won. So you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue to give our support to President Biden and the Democrats, all right? The stakes are way too high, all right? And I want to add to this, all right? Let's go. We might as well just loop it all into one. All right, hold on one quick second. Oh my goodness. Jesus Christ. This app, I tell you, sometimes this app really. All right, CC, thank you. All right, okay. So, we want to talk about AOC had something to say. All right, AOC has ripped House Democrats over an anonymous quote, which is, quote, "You should absolutely retire." AOC on Sunday, she sharply criticized an anonymous senior Democrat who was quoted saying that the party was pretty resigned to another 4 more years under former President Donald Trump. Who said such a thing? In a post on her social media platform, she said Democrat members who feel that feel that way should absolutely retire from their post in Congress. Quote, this is what she says: "If you're a senior Democrat that feels this way, you should absolutely retire and make space for true leadership that refuses to resign themselves to fascism. This kind of leadership is functionally useless to the American people," she added. AOC was responding to reporting from Axios about a shift among Democrats who say that they are focusing more now on their staff's personal safety rather than President Biden standing as the party's presidential nominee. Quote, "We've all resigned ourselves to a second Trump presidency," a senior House Democrat said. You know what I said? You know what I say to this? Don't give up so easy, my fellow Democrats. All right? Trust me when I tell you this. An overwhelming majority of the American people do not want to see Donald Trump to become president again. It's just not in their best interest. We all know that, right? So, you know what I'm going to do? You know what? To the Democrats out there who might be on the fence and ready to give up, don't give up, all right? Keep voting for Joe Biden and hang in there, all right, ladies and gentlemen? To the Democrats, let's go. Come on, oh my. Yes, he's going to continue to lose. I mean, I've been talking to people since this incident, and you know what? I've not met one person that has said, you know what, Zeus? Thank you, Shay. I've not met one person that says, you know what, Zeus? Because of this, I'm now voting for Donald Trump. At a maximum, all this is doing is just making those Trump supporters that can vote, is ensuring that they will vote. But I think they said the margin of error is like, what, 1% or 2%? No big deal. All right. Now let's get into some of the things that have happened this weekend. All right. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the suspect that they are saying is responsible for the attempt on the former president. All right, hold on one second. Oh my gosh, hold on. What in the world just happened to my machine? Okay. Oh my goodness, hold on. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, hold on one quick second. Oh my gosh. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I see what's going on. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. There we go. There we go. All righty then. There we go. I think we got it. There we go. I think we got it. And things, you have these technical difficulties. Are we still there? Are we still there, ladies and gentlemen? One job. Okay, I see it. All right. Here we go. All right. Hold on one second. Hold on. Sometimes, you get into these moments with the internet, and then you gotta fix it. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Tommy. All right. Alrighty then. Hold on. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Almost there. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right. We are back. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the suspect who they said has been identified as a 20-year-old registered Republican who was bullied at school and had an obsession with pew-pews. All right. Classmates described this guy, Thomas Matthew Crooks, who was unalived by Special Forces sniper after firing from a rooftop at the former president during the Pennsylvania rally. They said he was an outcast who was relentlessly teased about his appearance. Also, a car belonging to him was found. I'm trying to keep it clean, all right, because TikTok can take you down. A car belonging to him was found on Sunday, parked near the rally and it had things in it that were dangerous. All right, these things were also discovered at his family home after heavily armed U.S. security agents carried out a raid on the property in Bethel Park, a village about an hour's drive south of Butler, the small and hard uppost industrial town where he tried to unalive the former president. He was reportedly wearing a t-shirt bearing the emblem of a pro-Pew Pew YouTube channel when he carried out this attempt by firing a volley of pew-pews towards the stage within a few minutes after Trump began speaking. He opened fire while former president was addressing the crowd. All right, and so I don't want to dignify this suspect anymore, but I'll say this. After being after getting the facts about who this suspect was, I realize, as difficult as this might be to say, I must say it. So I'm going to have to say it. Do you all remember? What did you say attacking? Did you say Judge Aileen Cannon dismissed the classified documents case? Oh my goodness. Well, we'll get into that in just a second. We'll have to get into that in just a second. You see, ladies and gentlemen, you see what's going on. A miscarriage of justice. We'll get into that in just a second, all right? But I want to wrap this up. All right, I do. I need to wrap this up about the suspect. Do we all remember that these folks on TikTok would come in and they would say, well, Zeus, what about all the crime going on in... Oh, it's put on hold. Okay. That's a little different than dismissed now. I don't know which one it is. Do we all remember Do we all remember when we used to hear MAGA come into our lives and say, what about all this crime in these Democrat cities? All right. They said, what about all the crime in these Democrat cities? You remember this, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Is it dismissed, ladies and gentlemen? Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. What a show. What a show. Hold on. I gotta see. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. It's dismissed.
The answer is no. And it seems, she goes on to say, the executive's growing comfort in appointing regulatory special counsels in the more recent era has followed an ad hoc pattern with little judicial scrutiny. And so,
Wow.
But it makes you wonder, Caitlin, why she didn't raise this.
Wow.
I mean, how is this coming up now?
Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, my goodness. You know what we got to do? Number one, wow. So she's dismissing the case because she says, hold on, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Just one quick second. Oh, my God. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on one quick second. Let me make sure we get this right, ladies and gentlemen. Judge dismisses classified documents case against Donald Trump. All right, let's get into this. Judge Aileen Cannon has dismissed the classified documents case against Donald Trump. In a ruling today, she said the appointment of special counsel Jack Smith violated the Constitution. In the end, it seems the executive growing comfort in appointing regulatory special counsel is the more recent era followed an ad hoc pattern with little judicial scrutiny, she wrote. Wow. See, now the tides have turned, ladies and gentlemen. You know what we got to do? This is a grave miscarriage of justice like I've ever seen in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving Judge Aileen Cannon, the judge who has just taken the rights away of the American people by dismissing one of the most serious court cases in American history, a case that involved Donald Trump stealing classified documents. Wow. Join me in giving her a round of boos and shame. Now, wow.
Silence! You never demon!
Wow. I guess, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? We are definitely in some interesting times. We really are. Oh yeah. She just dismissed the classified documents case. Boos and shame. No, doozy. No, doozy. This will be appealed, and we will eventually get her out of this. All right. I get what this was the last. She finally showed her true colors, if you ask me. All right. It will be appealed. Yeah. All right. So let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. We got, you know what we're going to do? Let's open up the boxes. I get it right now. We got a lot of people who are passionate about what's going on. Let's just open up the boxes, ladies and gentlemen. And you know what? And after this, Zeus is going to go on and tend to his affairs. All right. Let's go. Let's open up the boxes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's open up those boxes. I need to hear from the American people. I really do. All right. Let's see where we at. Let's see where we're at. Oh, my goodness. All right. Hold on. Okay. All right. Let's try to have some good conversations before I get up out of here. All right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got this morning? All right. All righty then. Good morning. Let's get straight into it. All right. What an interesting turn in events, huh?
Yes, it is. But you know what? I think we kind of knew that she was going to try to throw a little, a bug in the ointment, so to speak, we all knew that she was based. She's in his pocket, and this what happened over the weekend basically was just incentive for her to do what he needed her to do, and that was just basically kind of clear the path. But again, to all MAGA who basically think this is the end of this case, it is not. It is not, because the evidence was plain and clear. He committed a crime. He stole documents. He moved them, hid them, and lied about it. So Jack Smith and the Justice Department, they're going to bring those charges back. I believe that.
You think so?
I definitely believe it. But I'm glad that she's going to be removed, because this was like you said, this was her last straw.
She showed her true colors. That's what this was about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
It's disgusting.
Well,
it's just so disgusting.
Well, you know what? I'm glad it happened now, all right, instead of later, because the time it's going to take to appeal this before we actually get to the election, I think maybe before the election it might be reversed. But we got a long hill. We got a big hill to climb at this point. I mean, this goes all the way up to the Supreme Court. You know that, right?
Yes. And by them giving him immunity, even though this stuff was done after he left office, they're just trying to basically help him out. They're trying to help him out. And then people wonder why some of us actually thought, before more details came out, that this event that happened was staged. Because it seems like, what did they say? Less than 24 hours after it, he's out there selling T-shirts and things like that.
Really?
Trying to monetize off of something like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's going to be able to escape accountability no matter what. The majority of Americans that know what's happening, they know he's guilty of what they're charging him with.
Right.
You know that? It's just a matter of how things play out in the system. So it is what it is, all right? Seriously. All right? Now I'm going to move it on, all right? But thank you for coming up. I really do appreciate it. Cold as the days, all right?
All right, and hang in there and don't let anybody get you down, because we love you and we love this show, and all you do is bring facts and truth to the people.
Exactly, and I will continue to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Cold as the days. Jesus Christ, I need to turn the AC on over here, ladies and gentlemen. I really do. Hold on one quick second, all right? Hold on, all right. Who do we got next, ladies and gentlemen? All right, good morning, Ricky Parker. Greetings. How are you? Are you there, Ricky? Nothing from Ricky. All right. Let's do Maureen. Good morning, Maureen. How are you doing? Good morning, Maureen. How are you doing?
Mega Wi-Fi. I'm doing great. I got my Joe Biden Wi-Fi.
Yes, thank you. It looks nice.
Motown is Joetown, by the way.
Right.
Trump is not going to come close to Michigan, and no, we don't cheat here. We just get out the vote.
You don't think Trump is going to win in Michigan? That's what you're saying?
No, we're totally blue. We had 40 years of red nonsense, and we're not going back.
Wow. Well, my hope is that the American people see Donald Trump as he is, all right, and do the right thing when it's time to go vote, all right? Remember, what we do at the ballot box this November is definitely the greatest and most patriotic act we all can do. Seriously, vote blue, ladies and gentlemen.
That Michigan is going to be red are people that do not volunteer. They go and campaign in their big old red trucks with their flags. They don't do a thing. But if Trump calls them down to where they count the votes and bang on the windows and do all that nonsense, they'll do that. That's all. They don't do anything. He had nothing but 1 million. Well, I don't know what the number is, but a ton of empty offices all over Michigan, and wonder why he didn't win. Well, I know why he didn't win. He doesn't know how to campaign.
Well, I think that, they're doing, it shows how terrible of a candidate Donald Trump is, right? All of these little things they're doing to assist him to help him win in the White House, it just shows how weak of a candidate he is, in my opinion. Still no policy solutions, nothing. It's just his loyalist people, and you know this is tied to Project 2025, right? You know, these are just people ushering him into the White House one step at a time. And it's not going to work.
Why are they trying so hard to run from 2025 if it's not part of his agenda or Agenda 47?
Well, because they do not want people to be scared of the fact that he's really trying to become a dictator. And again, this was bound to happen in American history. All right.
Did you see what Trump did right after that happened? Joe
Right.
Biden didn't give me the social service extra help I asked for. Well, come on. That is a lie. And then all the Trumpers came on TikTok and started attacking the left creators.
Well, they're going to do that because they're desperate, Maureen, and this is to be expected as far as I'm concerned. And for the moment, they're going to be feeling like this is actually going to carry them into the White House. But we got a long time to go. A lot can happen. So I wouldn't rest my laurels, so to speak, on this guaranteeing Donald Trump to become president of the United States. I wouldn't.
I don't hate Trump. Can I say that? I just know that he is not qualified. He doesn't have experience. He never gained any while being president, and that's it.
Well, all right. Well, thank you, Maureen. All right, thank you so much. All right, have a good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. All right, bye. Have a good one. Oh my goodness. All right, hold on one second. Oh my goodness. Who do we have right here? All right, good morning. Who is this? SFCSPA. Greetings.
Hey, how's it going, man?
It's going good. How about you?
You look like you're hot.
I know. I need to go. Turn the AC on. All right, but please go on.
Hey, you gotta save that electric bill, though, right?
No, I. It's not that serious. You know, sometimes when you're in the spirit and you're in the mood and you start cooking, it just gets hot.
Yeah, I got you. Hey,
Yes.
yeah, to your last caller, it's kind of funny. Michigan's been a blue state for a long time, but yet all through this time, the polls show red, show Trump. But we know how polls can be deceiving at times, so we just gotta wait and see.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you're voting for Trump.
Yes, I am.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because Biden's such a buffoon and he's a liar. That's why. Oh,
See, I knew it. I could smell it on you when you got in the box.
Well, the other thing is kind of funny about you, Zeus. You say that y'all always talk about no policies by Trump, but if you open up the White House archives, would you Google that? And it will give you all the policies, and Trump's policies outnumber Biden's. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
Okay. But what's your favorite one?
Well, actually, there's a lot of favorites, but you know what? Unfortunately, it would take me too long to read them all.
Okay. Well, let me ask you a serious question. If Trump was so good, why didn't he get reelected? I know, listen, and I'll be honest with you. I know a lot of Republicans, real Republicans, that are saying, I'm going to vote Republican down ticket, but when it comes to Trump, I'm not voting for him. What do you say about that?
That's not true.
No, it is true. That's why he lost. It was a split ticket last time.
Okay, well, that was last time, not this time.
I mean, it's not getting any better. You know what they say? They're saying Trump looks weaker than he's ever looked before. And I listen to both sides. I don't know what part of the country you're in. What part of the country are you in?
So I'm in Virginia. So
okay, yeah. Okay, that might be why.
No,
that might be why. Where do you get your sources?
Nebraska, Virginia. That has nothing to do with it. But let me just share this with you. If that was such the case, how come Biden only puts up hundreds at a rally and Trump pulls out thousands? Please explain.
How many what?
How come Biden only puts up hundreds at a rally, but yet Trump put up thousands?
You mean like people attending?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'll explain it. That's because most people that support Biden, they don't got time to do all that rally stuff. You know, they're busy doing a lot of other things. But mentally up here, there's.
Say that. Yeah, I knew you would say that. You always got excuses for Biden in the basement, right?
No. It's not an excuse. It's just the truth.
That's not the truth.
Well, why hasn't Biden cratered? if Donald Trump was such an overwhelming and strong candidate, why do you all need all of these little assists? Like right now, you got the judge helping him get the case dismissed. Why do you need all?
It's called the Supreme Court. Get that right.
Yeah,
Court.
and the Supreme Court has been corrupted by Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. You heard of Harlan Crow? You heard of Clarence Thomas? Judge Samuel Alito?
You have the nerve to say that about the country's highest judges in the land, right?
You just got to call a spade a spade. You don't think Clarence Thomas is corrupt? You know what they call him? They call him Clearance Thomas.
Oh, let me guess. Only because he's conservative, you think that?
No.
No, yeah.
No,
Yes,
because of all the reporting. They said that he's accepted
all the reporting. You know what? I've heard a lot of stuff, but y'all ignored about everything Biden has done. You ignore it.
Okay. Remember at the top of my show when I was giving my monologue, I know I opened up the boxes early because there's a lot going on and people are passionate. That's fine. But isn't it time we start having respectful conversations?
Well, that would be nice, but that's kind of hard to do with Democrats because they all do.
Doesn't respectful conversations mean we got to be honest?
Hey, it works both ways.
Okay, but let's just try this. Are you aware of the investigations into Clarence Thomas?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and those consist of him not reporting or disclosing gifts and donations he received, including trips to Russia.
I don't know, man. We don't know the truth yet.
But let's just say it is true.
Well, if that's true, then yes, that would be pretty bad, and I don't think that's right.
And now you understand. See, I knew you could think like a Democrat, and thank you. Now you understand why we don't trust the Supreme Court right now.
I serve this country, so I think about the Constitution when it comes to things like that.
Do you think Mike Pence serves the Constitution?
Well, yeah.
Okay, because you know what he said in the indictment, right? He said Donald Trump asked him to put him above the Constitution.
Well, I mean, come on.
Who could serve the Constitution more, you or Mike Pence?
Say that again.
Who do you think could serve the Constitution, or who was more loyal, Mike Pence or you?
Actually, I serve this country in the military, so therefore I do every day.
Okay, and he was the vice president.
So therefore he has to as well, but you can't say he does more than me.
Well, for him to say that to the president of the United States, wouldn't you say that's pretty alarming? All kinds of alarm bells go off?
But at the same time, say me and you were in an office together talking, we're in a political range. I can say you said something to me. You can say that I said something to you too, right?
Correct.
So, I mean, it kind of goes both ways.
Well, it does, but here's the thing. You and we're not on the same side politically.
No, we're not.
Him and Mike Pence, they were. They were on the same campaign ticket.
Yes.
And that's the problem here, right? I mean, even in this most recent situation that involved someone trying to take the former president's life, could you believe that there were a lot of Republicans saying it was the Democrats?
But you understand that would have happened if it was on Biden too. They would have said the same thing.
No, I can't even get into if. If we look at it, you know what I said? I said this is really MAGA on MAGA violence.
But you understand everybody has conspiracies.
I do, but just because you got a conspiracy doesn't mean you should run with it.
Well, then why did Biden cite violence the night before it happened?
I don't know why Biden did what he said.
So let's go there then.
But okay, can we go?
Why did Maxine Waters say on the stage that I'll go take Trump out right now?
No. I don't want to get into. I don't want to get into what Biden said.
Well, what I'm saying is,
you know what?
Everybody cites stuff that they probably shouldn't say at certain moments, right?
I get it. But for the sake of this situation, the person was a Republican, MAGA, right?
Yes. Well,
and the victims were MAGA, and it happened at a Trump rally. What does a Democrat have to do with that?
Did you watch the videos? He stated he hated Republicans.
I don't think those videos were the real videos of him. I saw some videos, that video in particular. They're saying that was a fake video. That really wasn't him.
Yeah, who knows? I saw the same thing, and I was like scratching my head.
But for the sake of what's going on, it's MAGA on MAGA violence at a Trump rally. What does the Democrats have to do with that? What does Joe Biden have to do with that? That's the part. That's the only question I've been asking myself all weekend because, you know, I've heard your friends come in and go, well, Zeus, well, what are you going to do about all this black on black crime in the inner cities? You know, you've heard that before, right?
Yes, I have.
So this to me was the inverse of that. This is MAGA on MAGA violence. And I said, you know what it is? I believe some people are waking up and realizing that Donald Trump has misled them.
I don't think it's called waking up, but
I think some people have woken up and said, wow, this man has conned me out of my money.
nah, Biden's conned you out of a lot of money.
He's done nasty things, you know, the Epstein thing that has just came out, right? And perhaps they're starting to say, this is not who I thought he, you know, I don't know what it is. I just know the Democrats had nothing to do with it.
But you don't know that yet. There's an investigation, right?
Okay, but up until this point, I can't think of a reason to involve the Democrats.
By you saying that,
so it's like this. There's inner city crime going on, right? What do you personally have to do with it right now? Nothing. You're not there, right?
All right, but you think spilling out violence out of your mouth on the Democratic Party is the right thing to do right now?
I don't think anyone engaging in or promoting political violence is the right thing. All right. But remember, you all are famous for saying it goes on both sides. So you got to stick to your axiom, your theorem. All right. That's your theory you've been pushing, and you got to live by it. So if we're living by that, then the next thing I need to see is proof that the Democrats contribute to this in some capacity. How can Democrats contribute to MAGA on MAGA violence at a Trump rally?
You can't say it's MAGA on MAGA, though.
He's Republican. He's MAGA.
That's the problem with you guys. You think just because we're Republican, you call us MAGA. But here's the thing. Yes, do I want to make America great again? Absolutely. But you guys come around saying MAGA, MAGA, MAGA this, MAGA that. MAGA is a belief. MAGA is a policy. MAGA has something to do with making the country better. You guys turn MAGA into like a bad thing, and that's not true, man.
So MAGA is about making the country better.
Right. And you know what? Your President Biden almost said that last night in his speech, and he stopped himself.
To me, can I share with you my thoughts about MAGA? If we want to have an honest conversation, I think the idea "Make America Great" is good, but then when you add the "again" part, it turns me off.
Well,
right? Because the first thing I'm going to say is, well, when was this country great? I think we're still heading towards trying to form a more perfect union, and we haven't made it there. That's just how I think.
But can you really say we're really great right now?
No, and I can't say again.
Well, I guess that's true. I understand what you say about again, but
okay. So when you get people riding around, over this weekend, I saw Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, and a few other members of Congress blaming President Biden for what happened at the Trump rally.
Okay, but that's the same thing. And y'all blaming Trump when he said go peaceful, and y'all try to blame him for what happened at the Capitol on J6.
Well, okay. So
you see what I'm saying?
Again, we gotta have a respectful conversation, and that means we gotta start talking truth, right?
Oh, I just spoke truth.
Okay, so who was at January 6th? Was Donald Trump there?
You also realize he was at a rally when all the attacks started at the Capitol, right?
Okay, but let me, because
hold on, you can't come up with excuses.
Okay, what was your question?
Violence the night before.
What was your question?
What
was your question to me again?
I said, but it's the same thing. Y'all sit here and try to blame Trump on violence on the Capitol building when the J6, but yet you're sitting here trying to defend what Biden said the night before on violence on Trump had nothing to do with it.
Okay, let me speak on that. I don't believe anyone that follows President Biden would see that tweet and think he's encouraging violence. I took it to mean. Let me say what I said. I listened to you. I thought when he said that, he was basically saying, stop focusing on me having a terrible debate and look at that guy, Donald Trump. It wasn't saying go do anything, right? That's just how I perceived it, all right?
Well, Maxine Waters saying on a platform stage that, hey, I'll go take him out right now. That's not violent.
Okay. No.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So Maxine Waters telling Democrats to see Republicans in restaurants, give them hell, do everything you can, do this, do that. That's not violence?
I can see how you could say it is, right?
Oh, see, yeah, I know. See, that's
Okay,
the
okay,
problem.
okay. So let me
That's
give
the
that to you.
problem with us. That's
No,
the
no.
problem
Okay,
with
okay.
us.
Okay. Now I'm gonna bend and give that to you. How about
But
that?
we
I'm
defend
gonna
our,
I'm gonna bend I'm gonna bend and give that to you. Can you agree that Donald Trump on January 6th said things that made his supporters want to do violent things? Can you agree on that then? Like fight like hell?
I will totally agree that people take fight like hell to the wrong extent. Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. So now you understand why I'm taking the position that I am taking. What was the thing that happened this week? And that was a Trump rally, right?
Yes.
January 6th, that was a Trump rally, right?
Well, yes.
What's the common denominator? Donald
You
Trump.
can't, you don't go. You can't do that.
But Biden wasn't at both of those events.
Hold on, though. You want to swing that? Let's go. What did the Democrats do to JFK?
Wait a second,
Let's
man.
go. But
Wait a second, man. We're talking about
So
one
you're trying to blame Trump because it was a Trump rally and someone tried to shoot him.
pewing, right? I'm saying I'm
sorry.
Yeah. I'm saying, looking at it, you see it was Donald Trump at both of these events, and these are Trump rallies. I'm just trying to ask you, what the heck did the Democrats have to do with it?
But see, you don't know that yet. There's still an investigation.
Okay, January 6th, what did the Democrats have to do with it?
Oh, come on. Pelosi admitted in her car that she was responsible for the National Guard. It's
No.
It's on video.
No, because here's the
Yes,
thing.
it is. It's been all out there on the news and everywhere. Zeus.
Here's the thing.
Here's the
You don't
thing.
even. Here's the thing. You don't need a rally. You don't need a rally after you lost the election. Why the heck is he holding a rally for?
Well, why not?
He's not campaigning anymore. No need
it
for
really
a rally.
Does it really matter? Anybody can have a rally.
Yeah. No. Well, but you understand. You understand. He didn't need to do that, and you understand that he was lying the entire time.
I wouldn't say he was lying the entire time.
Yeah, he was.
Really?
Well,
So the
listen.
280,000 ballots in Georgia, they've already admitted that was never recounted. It was never counted.
It was audited and it was hand counted a couple times. The results didn't change. All right. Donald Trump lost
okay.
Georgia.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
Did you work on that? Did you see those ballots yourself?
Well, why did Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss win a case against Rudy Giuliani because of defamation? If it was so fraudulent. See, this is the point.
Anybody can sue anybody for defamation. You could sue somebody for defamation.
But it doesn't mean you're going to win.
Exactly.
Okay, they lost. Rudy lost. Look at Fox.
Yeah.
Look at Fox. Dominion. Fox lost. They settled.
Well, yeah.
Some of these. So you can't.
But you also
just,
understand Dominion's backed by Democrats.
No,
right?
I can't. Listen,
Why not?
bro.
You know that.
Listen. No. I think I get where you stand, and at the end of the day,
What about
you
George
know the
Soros?
truth, but you choose not to follow the truth.
No,
I get it. I get it.
Accuse truth, Zeus. Too.
Nope. No. I think you agree that I know you agree that Joe Biden is not responsible for any of this stuff that's going on at Trump rallies. Joe Biden
has admitted violence many times, and you have to agree that.
No. Joe Biden doesn't run the Republican Party.
Back and beat him up like in high school.
Yeah, Joe Biden doesn't run the Republican Party. But listen up, friend. I gotta move on. All right, I gotta move on.
Anyways, man,
I gotta move on. We went way
past.
past.
Document got dismissed, Zeus. How'd you feel about that?
Listen. I'll tell you how I feel, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him what he deserves. A round of booze and shame.
Silence! You MAGA demon!
MAGA is in a good mood today, it seems like. All right, good morning, Nutty. How are you doing? Hold on, I got to turn the AC on. Hold on 1 second.
While you're doing that, I'm going to fumigate this box. We're going to sanctify it. We're going to purify it.
All right, I am back. Hold on 1 second. Are you there?
Yes. So very
All
quickly.
right, let's go. Let's go. What do
So
we got?
very quickly. I've been traveling the last few days,
Okay.
and I've been hearing people speak about cases being dropped. What's going on? Can you clue me? And what did Biden do prior
Oh, so,
Friday night? What's going
wait
on?
a second. Okay, so wait a second. You didn't hear Biden give a speech talking about tone down the political violence, maybe. Is
No,
that what
I'm talking. I'm talking about prior to the attempt on Trump. They said that Biden posted something. What's that all about?
Oh, something about a target. It's time to put a target on Trump. Let me put up the speech. Hold on. Let me get the right words. Biden. Uh, Let me make sure we get the right words because we don't want to put out misinformation. All right. Let's see. Okay. He says. Hold on. Let me make sure I got it, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Wrong link. And I believe that. It's been taken down. All right. Hold on. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, hold on, Nutty. I want to make sure we get the right facts.
So
All right.
while you're looking at that, can I just continue to speak?
Yeah.
Whether or not he said whatever he said, I think there's a difference because when we say the word target, we're simply saying this is where the focus needs to be.
Right.
I highly doubt, I don't even know what he said, but I highly doubt he uttered the word pew pews. I highly doubt he had a photo of a pew pew like, the
Marjorie.
Republican peoples have done in the past. I can think of Paul Gosar with a pew.
Okay, this is what he said. This is what he said. We're done talking about the debate. It's time to put Trump in the bullseye.
Okay, and?
Does that in your mind mean President Biden is calling for Donald Trump to be harmed in any way?
That is insane to me.
That's what I thought.
That is purely the reason why it seemed that they're so triggered by that. It's because they want to justify the 9 years of vitriol that Donald Trump has spewed. And now that the roosters have come home to roost on his doorsteps, they're trying to make it, see, it's the Democrats. See. Listen, for those people who have never played basketball before, they certainly know how to do the world's best pivot. It is all a pivoting game for them.
Yeah.
They know it just as well as you do that the president was not calling for violence on Donald Trump. In fact, nobody calls for violence on Donald Trump. But what we will do and continue to do is call out the BS and the vitriol that the man spits on a daily basis.
Yeah.
You would think after someone tried to take his life, presumably, you would think that would make him take a step back and say, I need to reflect on the things that I'm saying. For someone to go to this length with all the security around, we can talk about the lack of Secret Service wherever. We can talk about that later. But with all the security around, for someone to go through this length, what am I saying? What am I doing? But the finger is never pointed at himself, even though when you point one finger at someone else, you got four pointing back at you.
Yeah.
Why is it that they cannot hold Donald Trump accountable for anything?
The fix is in to help usher Donald Trump into the White House. It's literally unfolding before our eyes, Nutty. In case I know you see it, but
so what happened? What happened in Florida? I'm hearing something happened in Florida.
All right, so let's get into it. Judge dismisses the classified documents case against Donald Trump. Aileen Cannon dismissed the case. In a ruling today, she said the appointment of special counsel Jack Smith violated the Constitution. In the end, it seems the executive's growing comfort in appointing regulatory special counsel in the most recent era has followed an ad hoc pattern with little judiciary scrutiny. The earth-shattering ruling by Cannon, a judge appointed in 2020 by Donald Trump, clears away one of the major legal challenges facing the former president and comes on the first day of the RN convention. Legal experts have viewed the classified documents case as the strongest of the 4 cases that were pending against him. What do you think of that?
I think that's fabulous.
Talk to
Here's
him.
why.
Talk to him, Nutty.
Here's why. This woman has ruined her own career.
You think so?
She has one more. This is yet one more example of someone going down with the ship. Because if they think that dismissing that case is going to have him escape from accountability, they have another thing coming. Because her jurisdiction is not the only jurisdiction in this country that case can be brought up on. Because that is a federal case. Jack Smith can actually take that case to Washington, D.C. He didn't have to file in Florida in the first place.
And he already has threatened to get her removed for some of her other conduct.
Oh, she's going to be removed.
So
the 11th Circuit is looking at her. She's going to be removed.
She's totally corrupt. She's totally conflicted. She's compromised. And she knows she's about to get removed. So she did this little last-ditch effort to help her friend Donald Trump, who appointed her.
She was jockeying to be on the Supreme Court if Donald Trump were to be reelected. That's what she was jockeying for. And, she hedged her bets. And, I think it was Kenny Rogers that said it best. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Yeah.
She should have listened to Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
Because yet another Trumper have gone down with the ship. So justice may be delayed in this case, but it will not be denied. Donald Trump will be held accountable for the documents case.
Thank you.
You show me where in history. We can go back to Richard Nixon, and I blame the Republican Party for all of this. I blame the Republican Party because if it were not for Gerald R. Ford, if it were not for President Ford pardoning former President Nixon, we wouldn't be here where we are today. Because then we would have had the precedent on how to handle a crooked president.
A crooked one.
So yes, I go back to the grave and I pull up the stench of Ford and Nixon and all of the Republicans in the Senate because they had 2 opportunities to make sure that Donald Trump didn't cause any more havoc on the United States of America, and they chose to abdicate their duty.
They sure did. Now look at all the mess they've created.
So Republicans, I'm going to say it. My target is on you. My bullseye is on every single one of you, making sure that none of you get reelected.
Well,
that's where my bullet's going to flow. It's going to flow in the voting booth.
For entertainment purposes only, and we're talking about
this is not
beating you at the ballot
Zeus.
box.
Because I expressly said my vote.
Now you did
I
say that.
expressly said that.
You
So
did say
again, I don't condone violence. The violence that I want to condone is getting into a voting booth and casting my ballot against their nasty behinds.
Bingo.
Bring somebody up smarter than me. I'm going to take attacking's line. So I appreciate you, sir. Have a great day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That is Nutty Professor. Yeah. I mean, let's just be honest. Can we be honest for a quick second, ladies and gentlemen, about this classified documents case? As far as I was concerned, she was already corrupt, she was already conflicted, and she was already compromised. Are we really surprised Judge Aileen Cannon has shown how corrupt she is? Are we really surprised? All right. Seriously, folks. Let's go. All right, Tiffany for the people. I'm not surprised. I've been waiting for her to show me that she's corrupt, and she's just done it. Good morning, Tiffany. Hello. How are you doing? Looking nice, looking good.
Hi, Juicy. What's up, Kingdom?
What's going on? Are you
Oh,
surprised? I mean, there's a lot that has happened
yeah.
leading up to today, right? Today is the day Donald Trump gives he accepts his nomination at the RNC. And boy, oh boy, has it been an interesting past few weeks actually.
It definitely has been. And I agree with Nutty what he said about this particular judge having zero ethics and morals. And again, this is a problem when people have degrees in law, is they can
Right.
use it for the good of people, or they can use it for harm, right? And when they have knowledge in that area, when you're a judge, your job is to interpret the law. And this it's just despicable that this particular judge dismissed the case. But I do agree with Nutty. But I just want to talk about the last couple days, Juicy,
Go for it.
because I know you and I had initially spoke right after the incident happened on
Yes.
Saturday night. And I just want to say, like, I do feel like it is very suspect still. I'm not going to say the word staged because that's gotten me into some trouble. And I can admit that because us on the left, we have no issue taking ownership when we've done something wrong or said something wrong, right?
Yeah.
But I swear to God, this guy that was just in here that talked for like the 13 minutes SFC, was it? Like, I swear to God, if their life depended on it, Zeus, they could not tell the truth.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, I think I can't even make sense of it. I feel like they live in a state of delusion. Like it's really wild.
Well, I was asking, I said, okay, and I used the concept of MAGA on MAGA violence, right? What did the Democrats have to do with the Republican that was the suspect and Trump holding the rally and his supporters being there? What did the Democrats have to do with that?
Nothing. And I just saw somebody saying that, I've heard this too, that they're saying now that, oh, he donated to Biden. It's like they, at this point, we know they just make things up.
Yeah. The little $15 that they want to say, they believe that, but then they'll turn around and disbelieve the fact that he was a Republican. They keep skipping over that part.
Right. And when you were talking to that guy, he just kept saying, well, you don't know that. You don't know that. It's like so many of these things, like the election of 2020, all these things, like the voter fraud, right? Allegation, it's been debunked. And they're still going to be like, oh, but we don't know. We don't know for sure. It literally was worked through, and we saw that everything was on the up and up. And please make it make sense, because Republicans still win elections here in America, and so are those ones are okay. Those elections are okay.
Right. That's what I was trying to tell them. It's a split ticket. I don't think MAGA understands that there's real Republicans out here. They call them rhinos, and they've turned off a lot of rhinos within the party, right? And those rhinos, so to speak, they don't mind voting for Republicans, but when they get to that part where they got to vote for the president, they go, oh, you know what? I just can't do it. Split ticket. They call it a split ticket, right?
Right.
That's going to happen more this time than it did before, and they don't see it.
No. Again, I think that this is going to be studied for years to come about how. I was talking about this yesterday on a different live. That I think that all of us have been impacted, whether it's like 1% of your brain or 100% like MAGA. I feel like we've all been influenced by his rhetoric, in some way, shape, or form, right?
Yeah.
And I do want to say this, and I want to stand on this, because, and it's, if you feel a different way, that's fine. I mean, that's fine, I guess. But I think when I hear people say, like, I don't think that Trump should have gotten all this whole, like, Obama said, oh, we're relieved that you're okay. Listen, I'm just going to keep the same goddamn energy that Trump has kept. And he has never given and okay, let me keep it clean. Okay,
I get it.
Imagine if the situation was reversed. What would Trump do?
Oh, he probably would have egged it on and fanned the flames. You know what he does.
Right. So I'm really tired of seeing, like, sometimes I just want the left and Dems to be like to really keep it all the way real. Just like the energy Trump gives, and we know we're better people than MAGA. But I sometimes really wish that people would just be truthful, like about the situation about the situation.
Well, how do you feel? And by the way, just because you feel that way doesn't mean everyone else feels that way. You know how I run my broadcast, right? I don't always agree with the panelists, but I think it's important for other people to at least know how people feel. I mean, you're entitled to feel however you want to feel.
I feel he should not have been given so much grace, and like people saying, "Oh, like this isn't a shishmashination attempt," and everyone's like, "Oh, we're so relieved he's okay," and I'm like, why are we saying that? This is a whole felon, rapist that doesn't call for violence, but what I'm saying is that this person has only perpetuated violence, and maybe it's karma, MAGA. And exactly, Southern. And that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't have cared if it was successful, because that's my opinion. Because I don't think that some people should be here.
Wow. I mean, that's deep. That's deep.
And he's like, he's evil.
You think Trump is an evil person?
Absolutely. He's a spawn of Satan. I mean, so wow. I just want people to really be able to say what they want to say without feeling like that makes them a bad person, right?
Wow, yeah. I mean, and again, I'm of the mindset that I want him to go to jail and suffer a little. Suffer. That's what I want him to do. Don't try to leave, sir. Come on, stay here.
Yeah.
And let the courts do what they do. I really am looking forward to the day they say, turn around and, getting those handcuffs, right? and just go cool off.
We want accountability, and he has yet to be held accountable. I can't believe we're here. I can't believe this person can still run for any office, let alone the presidency. And for us to say that, I mean, make it make sense. So it's like, I just want people to be able to feel how they feel, because this is a whole dictator. Okay.
Wow.
So, anyway.
Wow. Well, listen, Tiffany, I thank you. And thank you for being vulnerable and letting us know how you feel. That's interesting. That's deep, but it's something for us all to think about. All right.
Okay. Bye, guys.
All right. Let's, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to Tiffany. Jesus Christ. All right. Oh my goodness. All right. Here we go. Miss Morningstar, how are you doing?
Hey, Zeus. How you doing?
Hi. How are you? I'm doing all right. Obviously, well, I want to take it back. I'm a little angry, but then I get it, that this case was thrown out. It involves the America's national secrets, that this man knows he stole, obstructed justice, violated the Espionage Act, and the judge just dismissed the case. But on the other hand, she needed to get off the case anyway, because if this thing would have went to trial and she was involved, I knew the case wouldn't even go in the direction it should have. So it was actually, in a way, a good thing. What do you think?
I think you're right, Zeus. It's funny how the universe works, right? And I think that this was what needed to be done right now. So Jack Smith can go ahead and take it back to DC and refile the paperwork and go ahead and get it moving, because, at the end of the day, we know that this judge is highly corrupt. She is broken the oath of her court. She's toxic. Yeah. She is caught up in the cult like MAGA. Yep. And we want to release her, because we do not want that toxicity in our democracy and part of our judicial system. We want that eliminated, eradicated. Bingo. We don't want that to be part of what we have to go face, because she's not going to be fair. She's not going to be she's not going to live up to anything that she took an oath for.
Right.
So we have to just move forward, and we have to keep our eyes on the prize. Do we not understand that everything that has been going on this past weekend, and it is a complete distraction. We have Project 2025 that was just now starting to get out here and reach people who had never heard of it before. Although a lot of us have known about this for over a year.
Yeah.
There are people that are now getting woke to this information. And then we have MAGA sexuals out here giving all type of misinformation, as they do, because they're delusional.
Yeah.
We have people that are doubting, the situation because of this whole thing with Cannon. I hear people saying, this is it. No, it's not. You guys need to learn, when the fight gets tough, we got to get tougher. Okay?
Bingo.
We cannot turn our backs. We cannot get discouraged. We cannot fall short of the mission.
Nope.
We have to stay focused. What's going on with the demonic devil is his business. We got to realize what happened to him. He brought that on himself. It is his business to deal with. It is their business. It's MAGA against MAGA. They want to pin this on the Democrats so bad.
They try.
Because that is all they have. They want to try to make us feel that we're evil like them, but we're not. And they know it.
They know
and
it.
It's just us staying focused. We don't have to argue with them. We don't have to debate with them. When you know who you are and you are who you know, you don't have to prove it to anybody.
Amen.
You just continue with your journey and continue being who you are.
Amen.
We know that anytime a person with a narcissistic attitude, a whole demeanor, we know that they always are only thinking of self. It's all about self. It's all about feeling sorry for me, or look at how they're doing me. Look at me. This is me.
Yeah.
I don't even want to fool with that both sides. That's bullish. That's bullish, and they know it.
Yeah.
That whole thing with President Biden and the bullseye, we know exactly what he was saying. Just like we know what he was saying when he said, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black.
Bingo.
We know what he meant. None of these MAGA sexuals can tell us anything.
No. And they're celebrating right now. They're celebrating evil.
That's
Isn't that
right.
something? I've never
They're
seen
celebrating
anything
evil
like
because they're evil, Zeus. They're full of the demon. They're full of demon. They have to go and do better. They have to pray that thing out of their life. That is on them.
Wow.
And we cannot save everybody in this world.
Lord,
Harriet Tubman said it the best.
What she say?
She carried a pew-pew for a reason, because she knew it was some people that was just not going to know they were slaves.
Or didn't care. They love being it. They love being slaves.
They love being slaves. We know that there is some people in this United States of America that are not going to understand that they are in a cult, that their minds have been compromised.
Totally.
And that they are on the wrong side of history. And that we are going to have to leave them behind.
Totally.
So I just want to tell all my friends in this chat, my friends that are on the right side of history, do not get discouraged. Do not be disbarred by this. This is all part of what is supposed to happen. We are going to move ahead, and we are going to push the goddamn button on November 5th. Period. Dot. And we're going to bring new people in, and they're going to push the button too. Because we know what we fighting for. We are fighting for our children, our grandchildren, and our great-grandchildren. And we will be in the history on the right side of the fence, on the right side of the book.
Amen.
Because we have integrity, we have loyalty to our democracy, and we believe in the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So MAGA sexuals, for y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all can keep hollering. Y'all can keep saying all that bullish. Y'all can keep saying it's two sides. It's both of y'all.
Not
You
gonna
can do
work.
all that. It does not work. We absolutely know who the devil is. We know who the walking antichrist is. We know what's going on.
Yep.
He was lucky. He was lucky of what happened to him.
Yeah.
But that should, in most cases, with normal people, that would wake you up. But in the case of the Antichrist, he has a mission himself. So we have to make sure that we beat him.
Oh yeah.
And we
will.
beat him good. We're not going to beat him by little. We got to beat him. We
Tell
got to
him.
make it memorable.
Tell him.
Okay, so make sure you guys bring everybody with you to push the button on that day, and don't be scared to go outside your house. We
Amen.
live in the United States of America, and I wish they would.
Well, listen.
Play with your mama, MAGA sexuals. Play with your mama. Don't play with us. We good too over here.
Lord have mercy.
So I'm gonna leave it there, Zeus, and
Thank
I want you to keep doing what you're doing, brother. I seen what people been doing to you, and that's canceled. They canceled, Zeus.
They is.
You know what you're doing. You know what your purpose is. Don't ever lose focus of what your purpose is.
Amen.
You have a good day, Zeus. Keep up the fight, and I want everybody in the damn kingdom to stand up and let's go. Get loud. Get louder, y'all.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Morning Star, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Miss Morning Star a round of applause. No lies detected. You know, the good book said something along the lines of what the devil meant for evil, God will turn into good. Ladies and gentlemen, rest assured, this thing with the classified documents is not over. Actually, it's doing what it should do. Going to a place where it needs to be handled more correctly. All right? Let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. Who do we have here? Good morning. Who is this? Jojo. Greetings. How are you?
Oh, hey, good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I was working while I was listening, and I just wanted to agree with some of the comments that were made by Tiffany.
Okay.
And as much as we would like to rise above negative feelings about that situation, we really have been put in a position where he has caused the problems that we have suffered through, and now supposedly something he suffered through. So I don't have much empathy for him. And at this point, it seems like our only way out would be to agree with what Tiffany was saying.
Voting?
You know, I don't disagree with her feelings at all about that. And I'm not a hateful person, but there comes a point where you've reached your maximum amount of tolerance. And we have long tolerated him, way longer than we would have tolerated any one of his predecessors who did nasty deeds against our country.
Right. I completely agree. So no sympathy. You have no empathy or sympathy for Donald Trump right now.
No, I do not.
You believe that the rhetoric that he's been basically promoting contributed to the MAGA on MAGA violence.
Yeah, if it was even legitimate. we still have a lot of questions about the video that has been played by CNN, the audio that we all have heard, the environment, the suspicious behavior of the Secret Service. Something that I noticed early on in the video was that none of the Secret Service people were wearing earpieces. Go back and watch the tape. Not a single person on that stage had an earpiece, and that is standard protocol. So
well,
how
I mean, I don't
see.
I don't like getting into it, right? But before I got on, they said the problem, whatever happened there, the problem is with Secret Service. That's what I heard before I got on. So to your point, if there was no earpiece, that could have been it. What I just don't understand, and again, you don't greenlight. You know, if you're familiar with how things work, right? If I go to your neighborhood, so to speak, there's things that go on where nothing can really go on without someone in the neighborhood approving it, right? That's
Right.
kind of how my mind works.
Right.
And so in this particular instance, I'm going, who chose the location?
Right. Someone in
Who
the community had to give it the A-OK.
Yeah, who chose the rally in Butler, Pennsylvania? I don't believe it was a Democrat. That's my point. I
Right.
don't. And so what I've been looking for is, okay, at what point did the Democrats, contribute to this? And not one person has been able to come up here and say it. All they've been saying is Joe Biden's tweet. And I'm going, well, there have been a lot of tweets going on, a lot of statements being said between, basically up until today. Even now, people are saying stuff. Somebody there had to let this gentleman know that there was going to be a rally. Somebody had to, see all of this happening, right? And I seen the video, and they were pointing to him. So I said, okay, but I know good and well ain't no Democrat going up to Butler, Pennsylvania. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, there were too many inconsistencies and too many things that fall out of the range of what is normal protocol. That this is a question that is really in the hands of the Republican Party, not anyone else. And by the way, the town itself, why weren't there ambulances when the first shots were fired? Why didn't we hear sirens? Why was there nothing else going on? Nothing.
Well, more information is bound to come out about this, right? But there's a lot of questions, and I do appreciate that, President Biden responded and said, you know what, we're going to investigate this right away. I do appreciate that President Biden said he spoke to Donald Trump, and I also do appreciate that since then President Biden has, made it clear to the American people what we all should be doing going forward. So with that being said, the answers to what really happened that day, I think once all of the information comes out, I personally believe they're going to blame it on Secret Service.
I think they're going to be the scapegoat, at least.
Yeah, they're already trying to make it look like that. But remember, they started out trying to blame the Democrats.
But don't forget, they're also trying to say it's Biden's Secret Service. That it's because of him. And that's where we have to split hairs.
Well,
because that Secret Service works for Donald Trump and has been.
But if they want to argue that, right, then this is why MAGA is getting convicted by their own BS. If they want to use that as an angle, then they got to go back to when Trump's attorney was arguing to the Supreme Court, what? That he should be able to authorize the unaliving of his political rival. They argued that to the Supreme Court.
Yes, they did.
And the Supreme Court came back and said a
in
president
agreement.
can do with that.
Yeah, in agreement. And there's too many.
Convicted by their own BS.
Well, there's too many other factors. I know I heard your bell go off, so I don't want to belabor the issue, but there's too many other factors and too many things that expert people in security, in the military, in government that are picking up about the entire event and the way it transpired and the actions and the timing that make it a very suspicious situation, and that perhaps it backfired on him. I don't mean that he meant to kill himself. I think that there may have been a different plan and it didn't go off the way he expected.
That's another angle, it's another angle, but Jojo, thank you. All right. I appreciate it.
Yep.
And let's keep up the positive energy in terms of helping to get Biden reelected. All right, Jojo?
Yes,
seriously.
I agree with you about Biden being the bigger man, but there comes a point, as a president, he did right by saying what he said and giving his talk the day after yesterday about, the temperature of the country.
Yeah.
But that's the president's job. But as a man, Biden, he's got to get tougher. He's just got to get tougher. The Democrats cannot continue to sustain this kind of abuse and attacks by the Republicans. And then when they do wrong, they attack us. And when we do right, they attack us. We can't win.
Bingo.
Except to vote. All right.
Bingo.
Bye.
Well, I think once the Democrats unite behind him, he can go ahead and start focusing on that. But we also got to be tougher in terms of uniting behind President Biden too. Okay.
That's right.
The stakes are just way too high. You can see it today. They're dismissing cases now. I mean, now is not the time to play, if you ask
No.
me. All
No.
right. Thank you, JoJo. I seriously appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I
let's give
appreciate your lives. I've been watching them.
Oh, okay. Well, let me give you a follow too. All right, and come on back.
I will. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's JoJo for us. All right. All righty then. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got next? All right. Who do we got next? Oh my gosh. Who do we have here? Who is this? You know me. I like to mix it up here and there, ladies and gentlemen. DJ $50 bill.
What's happening, my brother?
What's going on? How are you?
Oh man, I'm great. I'm out of Georgia, man.
All right. What brings you to the show?
Well, I've been watching for a couple of weeks now. I like your platform.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Have you
Shout
heard?
out to Georgia?
Yeah, I just want to run this by you. Have you heard the latest news this morning about the Supreme Court with Donald Trump case? Because I'm just coming on, so I don't
The
know.
Supreme Court or the one in the one in Florida?
Oh yeah, the Lago, the Lago.
Yeah, the classified doc. Yeah, I did hear that. What are your thoughts, if you don't mind?
Oh man, I knew that was coming. They were just sitting and waiting, you know.
Yeah.
Because that judge, isn't she one of the ones he appointed?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
So do you think that the judge that he appointed may have a conflict of interest?
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh, you didn't even hesitate to give me that answer.
No, it's obvious.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So to me, to you and I, this is not a surprise then.
No, it's not a surprise.
All right. Well.
And you know, like I say, I'm here in Georgia. I'm just trying to. You see how they done pushed the case back here?
Yeah, they're doing everything they can to help him win. Isn't that something?
Yeah, and all these charges. And explain something to me, Zeus. He had 34 counts, and that Malago case was one of them. Why is they throwing it out?
Well, he had 88 altogether. He got
88.
Yeah, 34 in New York. Why did they throw it out?
Yeah, and he's charged with the felonies. You know what I'm saying? What's going on?
Well, the justification that she gave is she doesn't believe that Jack Smith is legally appointed to prosecute the case, so she tossed it out. That was her justification.
Yeah,
She's basically saying Merrick Garland isn't doing his job, so she's going to do it for him. Yeah, but you know she's been overturned before. All right, trying to help Donald Trump out, and I'm pretty sure she'll be overturned again. I think this is just another delay tactic to make sure this case doesn't come to trial before the election. Because if you listen to the Supreme Court's ruling, at a bare minimum, she should be having an evidentiary hearing to figure out what he did that's official duties and what he did that's unofficial. And I don't think she wants to have that before the election. So this is her attempt.
Right.
All right. But all right, DJ, I got to move it on, my friend. All right.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now the police that supposed to confronted that young man that was up on the roof, I haven't seen no interview about him or nothing. The one that he turned around and pointed the gun at.
Yeah.
And he fell off the roof or something. I haven't seen him. I haven't heard anything. You?
No. They said he doesn't have a big profile on social media, and there's still a lot of questions about him. But I think as the information continues to come out, I do believe the people on the right are going to be pretty surprised. All right.
Okay. Well, what about the police though that confronted him? They keep saying
they say that, from what I understand, those officers failed to secure the area, and then I think one of them tried to come up, but they got afraid when they saw that he was armed, and so so it took a little longer than normal. That's what I've read. But again, I'm more of a cautious person. I want to see what comes out in terms of the black and white. All right, my friend.
There you go. All right. I appreciate you having me.
All right. Thank you so much, DJ $50 bill. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's DJ $50 bill. Yes, CC, I will definitely talk to you before I get up out of here. All right, Moo. Welcome back. How are you?
What's going on, man? Good,
man.
I got some things to help you out today because I see a lot of you guys who I'm friends with having some trouble beating MAGA on a couple talking points here. So I wanted to help you out because I'm a MAGA demon exorcism specialist, my dude.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right, let's go.
I'm a specialist. All right. So first, I want to read the quote about the bullseye thing with Joe Biden so that we can just put this to rest right here. Okay.
Go for it.
This is Joe Biden right here. I have one job, and that is to beat Donald Trump, Biden said. We are done talking about the June 27th debate.
Right.
It's time to put Trump in the bullseye, meaning Joe Biden is tired of people talking about how he performed at the debate when you have such a ludicrous person running against him. That's what that means, MAGA. It's not calling to put a bullseye on Trump in a literal manner. It's figurative speech. Do you guys know the difference between literally and figuratively? Probably not, right?
They are looking for something to blame the Democrats on, and that.
Yeah.
But I get that. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So when they say that to you guys, man, read the quote I just got here because it has nothing to do with violence, and they're trying to turn it into, well, he meant violent. No, it's very clear right there that he wasn't talking about violence in any capacity. The other issue I see you guys having with is when they tell you, well, the guy who tried to unalive Donald Trump, he said he wanted to do something very bad to all Republicans' throats, right? Okay. So MAGA doesn't consider, Yeah, he tweeted out that he wants to, do a little slice to all Republicans' throats, right?
And this is verified.
Yeah, it is.
Oh wow!
So the way you can tackle that, guys, it's very easy to tackle this point, right? MAGA doesn't consider themselves Republicans. They expelled the Republicans from the Republican Party. They call them rhinos, okay? MAGA does not like Republicans, okay? They tried to unalive their own vice president, okay? Because when he didn't follow through with what Donald Trump wanted, he then became a rhino. He then became a regular Republican instead of MAGA. So MAGA has no issue with doing violence to Republicans. They do it all the time, okay? So when you guys hear this, that's all but confirmation that this dude is very heavy into MAGA because he's even willing to take out Republicans if he needs to complete the MAGA agenda. So that's how you guys can tackle these two talking points, and I would encourage you guys to do so.
Well, Moo, this is why I'm trying to get clarification. And again, I know where you align politically, right? And we don't always see eye to eye, but is it possible for you to help? That's fine, right? How do you? To me, it looks like this is MAGA on MAGA violence. Does it look like that to you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Could you at least?
So what happened?
Could you at least? How are Democrats involved in MAGA on MAGA violence that occurred at a Trump rally? How are the Democrats responsible for that?
No Democrat is involved in it. It's not about the Democrats, right? It's very clear to any reasonable person that this man has spent. So the dude's responsible for how many people being unalive during COVID? Wow. So people have lost their mom. People have lost their dad. People have lost relatives. How many people have become unalived or hurt or can no longer have children because of Trump's repeal of Roe versus Wade? Okay, so this is my best, and it's just a guess right now, but I believe in Occam's razor. So I think the simplest explanation is the best, okay? This guy was obviously hardcore MAGA, okay? And either he became disappointed somehow in Donald Trump's rhetoric and he felt that Donald Trump failed him, right? Or he may have lost someone very important to him. And Trump is responsible for him losing someone very important to him. That's the most likely reason the guy did what he did, man. And even through history, when you've had assassination attempts on a president, it's always come from the right. There isn't in history one left-wing person who's made an assassination attempt on a president's life as far as I know. Okay? The guy who went after Lincoln, he was with the Confederates. He didn't want to let go of slavery. That's why he took a stab at Lincoln. That was the right wing back then, guys. Republicans were actually the liberal party at that time. You guys were liberals, believe it or not.
Wow.
Okay? The assassination attempt on JFK was done by a Marine who was a Republican. He's from the right wing. Okay? So there is no instance in all of history where the left wing has even taken a shot at a president. But all through history, you guys have. You guys have all through history.
Interesting.
So there it is.
Interesting. And so you're thinking again is perhaps somewhere along the line this suspect was supporting Donald Trump and then became disappointed in Donald Trump, and that the Democrats,
I mean, it happens all the time.
had nothing to do with it.
No, no, it has nothing to do with the Democrats. So listen, I'm an independent and I wouldn't deal with the Democrat. I wouldn't be comfortable dealing with that party if they advocated for this kind of violence that the Republicans do. I'm a progressive. I believe in winning by free and fair elections. I would not associate myself with any political party who didn't believe in those principles. I stick to my principles, okay?
I get it.
I like to win through free and fair elections.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, I get it. I just want to, the reason that I'm harping on this MAGA business, right, is because I reject the notion that Democrats or even independents are involved in things that to me seem directly connected to the Republican Party. I don't think none of us have any control over MAGA, because if we had control over MAGA, this thing would have been stopped a long time ago. You know,
well, apparently Donald Trump doesn't even have control over MAGA.
Got it. Apparently. Yeah. Well, you know, there's definitely a lot of speculation out there, and I appreciate you, sir, for coming up here and giving us your perspective.
No problem, man. You have a good one.
All right, okay? Ladies and gentlemen. You too. Let's give it up to Moo. I mean, we're hearing a lot of different angles, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of different angles. Oh my goodness. I'm glad I opened the boxes earlier. You guys are really making me work. All right, Attacking. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. Today's not a bad day at all.
Right, because the classified documents, they're celebrating right now on the right. But this, to me, I don't think this is really something that they should be celebrating.
Well, due to the fact,
April.
what happened, what's going on with Jack Smith with Eileen Cannon was John Durham, Hunter Biden's special counsel, and Robert Mueller, and all those were addressed, and nothing ever happened.
Right.
Jack Smith can take the case without a special counsel and refile. That's all he has to do. But he's going to appeal, of course, and it'll be overturned because she used outside sources with some amicus briefs, bringing people in to help her make this decision. They had nothing to do with it.
Wow.
And, yeah, it's going to be overturned. No big deal.
Do you think he's going to make a motion to have her taken off this case?
Yes. Listening to all the attorneys right now, yes, this could be a ground to definitely get her taken off. But also Jack Smith having the option that he could refile without a special counsel in New Jersey and in D.C., other place, and in Florida again, and then ask not to have her put onto the case. Yes.
Wow.
So it's not a loss. It's just a bump in the road. And the thing is this case was not going to court before the election. It wasn't going anywhere anyway.
Bingo.
So for them to, we know people right now talking about this, bragging about it. Yeah. Big deal.
Yeah.
You know, the legal system. Go ahead.
No, we knew it wasn't going to trial before the election, and we knew she was totally corrupt. He appointed her.
Yeah. She's the only judge that Trump hasn't attacked, like he attacks all the judges. And the thing is, again, this is just a bump in the road. We knew it wasn't going to go to court anyway, and she did it because of what happened on the weekend. You know, she did it today because of what happened, so she moved it up forward. She's literally had hearings on whether or not to use black or blue ink. I mean, that's how slow walking she was doing this case.
Yeah.
Big deal. The court cases, plus the thing is because of the Supreme Court ruling, she would have had to address what is presidential and what is not.
She didn't want to have that evidentiary hearing, right? Like Judge Tanya Chutkin is going to have. And she already knew Jack Smith was basically building up his case to get her taken off. and I really do think she knew her days were numbered, and before she gets permanently taken off, she decided to pull this move. And but you know
Exactly.
what? You know what? I didn't have any like you said. We didn't really think it was going to go to trial before the election
No.
anyway. So let it do what
Yeah.
it does.
And then for the Republicans to say that the Democrats are the ones uh, who promote violence, do they not listen to Donald Trump? Do they not hear what he says with attacks of violence? You got to fight like hell to take America back. He lied about the election, caused the attack on the Capitol, caused bloodshed on the Capitol floors. He's done all these things. He has put crosshairs. Oh, you want to talk about crosshairs or bullseyes?
Tell them attacking.
He put crosshairs on his own vice president. He put crosshairs on his own general, 4-star general. He has put crosshairs on Hillary Clinton, crosshairs on synagogues, crosshairs on Asian Americans, crosshairs on the LGBTQ community. Talk about violence. Donald Trump's the one who talks violence.
Yeah.
He's the one who says hey, go ahead and beat them up, and I'll pay your legal fees. I did a video playing Donald Trump's words because there's a so-called eggplant that we listen to sometimes, who said that because George Floyd and the riots that happened in the cities like Seattle and stuff like that, if Donald Trump would have been JFK'd, they would have the rights to attack and be violent. Well, who are they going to be violent against? Are they going to be violent against just another American, just Americans walking the streets? Are they going to be violent against the cops? Are they going to be violent to judges and juries if Donald Trump would have been JFK? Who would they have been violent for?
Well, that's the thing, right? Because here the facts have came out attacking, and the person that happened to do it was MAGA.
Yeah.
So
well, he was Republican. We don't know if he's MAGA.
Well, to me, you get what I'm saying. Anyone that's that close to Donald Trump, you're pretty much basically MAGA, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I get it. He might not have been as well. I can't even say he wasn't radicalized because you know what he did was radicalized. So at the end of the day, he's a Trump supporter.
Right. And then that video that they're saying about that kid, where he says, "I'm Thomas." Thomas, whatever. Cook.
Yeah. That's
and he
fake, right?
says, "You got the wrong one." Where he says, "You got the wrong one."
Yeah.
That doesn't look like the kid in the pictures.
Right. I saw somewhere that was not an authentic video of the suspect.
Yeah.
I saw that. So I don't buy that.
So let's just let everything be investigated and then laid out.
Fair enough.
It's a bad situation no matter how you look at it. But if you want to promote it, you know who's promoting this?
What's that?
Donald Trump playing golf and then selling these shirts. He's playing golf while somebody was unalived at his rally.
Wow.
And two people are in critical condition.
Wow.
He's trying to make money off of this situation while somebody is being put 6 feet underground because of his rhetoric, who caused somebody to snap.
Wow. Sorry, attacking. That's just disgusting and disturbing. But listen, I gotta move on, brother.
Yeah, okay. Cause and effect. All right, see you later.
Thank you, attacking, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give attacking a round of applause. All right, let's get to it. All right, we'll try to get through a few more and then wrap this thing up. You all are amazing for tuning in today. You really are. Good morning, April.
Good morning, Zeus.
Yeah. So there's a lot going on. Is there anything in particular you want to? Oh, what's that?
It's the law.
Oh, thank you.
It's the law. So this is what I love to do with MAGA and fake ass court appointed by Trump judges.
Right.
So the law.
Oh my God.
Was given to the special the Attorney General in 1999 by Bill Clinton. Congress made the law. Bill Clinton signed it. You will see the grounds for appointing a special counsel is solely on the Attorney General. That was a law created in 1999. Now, when they're saying they're going against the Constitution, there's nowhere in the Constitution about special counsel. They're going by judges, by the Congress and Senate because of the purse strings. But there was a law in 1999. I wanted to make sure that people know this. They can look it up. You'll see it right at the top, the law that's created for this. He has sole jurisdiction in appointing. This is going to go nowhere. It's Eileen Cannon's bullcrap stuff she's been doing since the beginning, keeping all those motions sitting on her desk. We know it. It's a matter of time. And to make sure that I was not incorrect in reading the Constitution, I called Nutty up to make sure.
Oh, you called Nutty?
Yeah, because I said, man, I cannot find it anywhere in the Constitution for appointing the special counsel. He said, because it's not there. And I kept reading and reading and reading, and it's not there. They're talking about how Congress and Senate, where they approve funds and stuff, because they hold the purse string.
Right. Well, can I ask
the
you,
House?
Can I ask you a serious question though, April, about this special counsel situation that has happened with the classified documents? Do you believe Judge Aileen Cannon is in some way conflicted in terms of her appointment? Because she was appointed by Donald Trump, right?
Of course, and she should never have been appointed, just like Barrett in the Supreme Court.
You hear that, Texas?
Barrett had never tried a case. How do you appoint a judge that's never tried a case? She has no wins or losses. It makes no sense. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And she's clearly biased. She's but it's going to go nowhere when it hits the Supreme Court, if it ever gets that far.
Yeah.
It's going to. We knew we weren't going to hear any of these cases, but the simple fact of them out here saying, "Oh, but we own the Supreme Court." Why are you bragging about that? This is our laws. This is why would you want all Democrat and then everything go that way? No. You're talking ridiculous, Republicans. It's total. I just don't know what. But let's get back to the whole Trump thing. I think it's disgusting what Trump's doing now. They've got a GoFundMe that's raised over $9 million for the RNC contribution thing for the people of that place, and it's run by the RNC.
Yeah.
Now, please. It's ridiculous. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So, do you see any indication that the Democrats were involved in this MAGA on MAGA violence?
Absolutely not. Well, I've been doing a lot of research, and to me, it's a little fishy, Zeus. It's a little fishy.
Well, and we tend to be the party that doesn't really engage in conspiracy. So this is interesting, right? Because it's quite, to me, the number of people I've checked in and talked with. There's a lot of people that got questions about it on the right and on the left, which is, to me, it's just interesting, right? But what are your concerns, April? Please.
My concerns is that it was an inside job.
But why? Let's just assume it is. Do you think there's any reason or motivation that a person might, like, why would somebody on the inside want this to happen? I mean,
I don't know. I mean, you can just throw out conspiracies like him going against the Heritage Foundation, saying he knows nothing about it, and trying to disavow of knowing anything about the Heritage Foundation. We could use that. We could use the logic of real Republicans out there and not MAGA. because the kid was a Republican, but it never said, and his dad was a libertarian. So it's not to say that staunch Republicans, old time Republicans, didn't. I just don't get it unless that's just the Secret Services was just that bad that day, because to allow that, and I mean I've listened to testimony from 25-year-old military snipers that did it for a living,
Yeah.
saying it's just that close and that building was not covered, where no entrance points to the top of that building or anywhere wasn't taken care of by law enforcement.
Wow.
It could have been the downfall of the local police department. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just weird to me.
But you even in your conspiracies, you're saying nothing about the Democrats. You're not confirming, because what I'm looking for is, me, I'm looking for the dirt on Joe Biden still. And so far, I'm trying to find what President Biden did. All they got is a tweet, and you know what they say about tweets. Tweets don't mean anything, especially if you talk January 6th. So I'm not even buying the tweet thing. So nothing, in your opinion, ties Joe Biden or the Democrats to this MAGA on MAGA violence.
Absolutely not. We're not the party of violence. We hate violence. We're calling out every school shooting. We're calling out any mass unaliving. We want the violence to stop. We want the unaliving of people to stop. There's nothing in the Democrat side that wants any kind of violence. And they've always been the party of anger and violence and hatred toward other people. We're the more accepting, the more loving. We're not trying to disparage or take anything away from a minority community, disenfranchised, an oppressed community. We're not trying to do that. There's only hate coming from one side.
Right.
And that's it. I mean, it's ridiculous. So when we go and we want to blame Democrats, of course they want to. That's why on January the 6th, what did they do? What did they do January 6th? Who they blaming? Democrat Party, Pelosi, the feds, everybody but themselves.
They got a playbook, the right does, right? Whenever there's a tragedy, they'll go, okay, let's go and pull up our usual suspects, the FBI, Antifa, Democrats, BLM. It's their default playbook to trying to avoid being held accountable. If it was up to them, who stole the classified documents? The ones that Trump just got basically let off the hook on in Florida. Who told Trump to do that? Who packed it in the box? Antifa, BLM, Democrats, FBI. It's their default answer.
And everybody's corrupt. When you point out the flaws, when you point out the flaws in the corruption with these people, it's that, no, it's the FBI's corrupt, the CIA's corrupt, the DOJ's corrupt.
Right.
And they're not. I can't wait till Merrick Garland dog walks some of these damn people, because he is a constitutionalist. He knows it inside and out. He should have been sitting on the Supreme Court, because he actually does know the Constitution.
Exactly.
And you think he's going to do something that goes against the Constitution or the laws that were written about his appointment? Please, everybody knows that.
Yep.
But we are that's why I've always been a staunch Democrat.
Yeah.
I'm not going for a party that has nothing to offer. Working class, the oppressed, the minority. I'm not going to be on that side.
Neither am I.
We are the side of compassion, love, and all that. But when we get angry, when people's rights are getting stepped on, we're not supposed to be angry about that. We're not supposed to be angry that you want to take my rights to privacy and all women's rights to privacy away.
Yeah.
They've got to know everything going on. We're not supposed to be angry that my fellow LGBTQIA community member is suffering and having laws put up against them. We can't be angry about that. No, just sit back and take it.
Bingo.
No, the time we've got to fight, because this is really coming down to life and death right now for some people, and we've got to take care of this, and we've got to vote these damn people out.
Thank you.
And we got to vote them out, and we got to fight our best. I mean, every Republican sitting in that House,
Thank
get
you,
their
April.
butt out there.
Thank you, April. Seriously. God bless
Crazy.
you. God bless you.
It's
All right.
crazy.
All right, April. Well, listen, thank you so much. All right. And I appreciate all you do. Keep telling the truth. All right, my good friend.
All right, Zeus. Have a great day, sweetie.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful April. Let me take care of this. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I still see that we got some folks out there that are still possessed with the MAGA demon. All right, where is this knucklehead at? Hold on, there he is, right there. There he is, right there. Come on, East Texas. Come on up here real quick. I'm a little confused about what side of this are you on. East Texas, where are you at? Come on up here and explain to me why you're still trying to portray yourself as a victim in my kingdom. Oh, okay, you'll do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give East Texas what he deserves. I don't need you to come up here. Don't worry, Texas. I got another one of your soldiers. Tiny Tank Top 10 Triggered Tom. What brings you to the show today? I mean,
I'm going to agree that there is a lot of suspicious things about the thing that happened on Saturday, the attempt on Trump. But just because somebody is registered Republican doesn't mean they vote Republican. Because hold on, no. Because what happened in 2020? What happened in 2020? A lot of registered Republicans voted for Joe Biden.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Really?
So, but you do realize you do realize that put Trump in the bullseye is a hell of a lot worse than fight like hell.
Oh, wait a second. So the election wasn't rigged.
I didn't say it was. I've never said the election was rigged.
Okay. I just wanted I'm glad you said that, because there's a lot of folks that don't understand how Trump lost. But could you say that part again? You said a lot of Republicans voted for Joe Biden.
Right. So just because you're a registered Republican means absolutely nothing.
Interesting. So those aren't it definitely means you're not a registered Democrat.
True.
Okay,
but
so it means something.
In this situation, does it really matter if they're a Republican or a Democrat? Because let's put it this way. Hold on. If it had been Biden and it was a Democrat that had taken the shot, would you have the same attitude? It was Democrat on Democrat violence.
Yeah.
No, you wouldn't.
What? How could I? Oh,
you would
How could I go? It was Tiny Tank Top Tim Tom that caused it. It doesn't add up.
I'm not saying anybody except for Biden. His rhetoric, he incited violence. If you're saying, hold on, if you're saying fight like hell, incited violence, then so did we need to put Trump in the bullseye.
No.
Yes.
No.
How is that not inciting violence?
Because now you're saying Joe Biden is in control of MAGA business.
No. What I'm saying is, if someone, because of the hate and the rhetoric that the left has been pushing on towards Trump for the last 7 years, Biden saying put Trump in the bullseye could have triggered one person and said, hey, I'm going to take care of this for everybody.
Okay, so here's the thing. Who started, because I don't personally believe the left has been doing that. For instance.
You don't think the left has been pushing hate towards Trump?
Let me speak on what I do on this show. I have tried to engage in honest conversations with folks on the right, especially MAGA. And I'll give you a great example. Just on Sunday, yesterday, I had supporters coming in and still not agreeing that Trump should be held accountable for his convictions, whether it was the New York hush money case or the thing that went on with E. Jean Carroll. They can't have honest conversations. And instead, what they'll do is they'll demonize the Democrats. They'll demonize President Joe Biden. And then when Joe Biden says something, or a person like myself says something to respond to their accusations and their threats, then they'll say the Democrats are dangerous. You see how this works? And that's really what's been
about any of that.
But that's what's going on.
I don't care about any of that.
So, but that's wait a minute. But that's what's been going on. Do you care that Joe Biden has been calling? Former President Donald Trump. He's been saying Joe Biden is a threat to democracy. He's been saying Joe Biden has weaponized the DOJ. Donald Trump has been accusing the FBI of threatening him and his life during the Mar-a-Lago raid. When it's resulted in Jack Smith actually going to Judge Cannon and saying, hey, put a gag order on him because he's endangering the FBI and the agents that work there. Donald Trump's rhetoric, and you don't want to admit it, has contributed to, I would say, 99% of what's been going on. No one was talking about locking up their political rivals until Donald Trump got on the scene. Listen, I come from a small part of America, red part, all right? I told you, Idaho. Growing up, you would always see a president and think of them as someone to aspire to be. You would look at how they write their speeches and say, you know what, one day I want to be the president of the United States.
They don't write their own speeches.
Listen, I'm just saying, you would actually aspire to be a president. And then something incredible happened in American history. Barack Obama, he got into the White House, a black man, all right, and his family, and they demonstrated, to me, the highest level of excellence you could ever want in a president. Whether or not I agree with Obama on everything, that's one thing. But it was an example people wanted. But then Donald Trump came. And that curtain that was simmering behind Obama's presidency was ripped away, and we saw America as it really is. It's a lot of hatred in there.
Coming from the left.
No, wrong. Donald Trump doesn't represent the left. Who started the birther stuff?
Hold on, I got somebody at my front door. I got to go let him in. Hold on.
Let him in. Let him in. I didn't really want to have this conversation, tiny tank top. Tom. All right. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not going to hold it up. I got to move on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to go ahead and let Tiny Tank Top Tom deal with that. By the way, Tiny Tank Top Tim, this one's for you. I am not going to be gaslit into believing it's the Democrats who've opened up this can of worms and take the gloves off. No, there's just no way I can. After being bombarded with incoming violent rhetoric from the right for all these years, and then you open your mouth and say one word, and these folks on the right turn around and try to say you're the problem. I don't buy it. I don't buy it, not one single bit. All right, let me bring up my next panelist. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring up my Cece. How are you doing?
Oh, good morning, honey. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing all right.
Zeus.
Yes.
Something's not right here.
All right, speak on it.
Well, I said yesterday security, correct?
Yeah.
If that was our president, which he's not going to be doing that, I hope, being out in the open like that.
Right. He should have had the glass up like he's done before.
Like he did January 6th, remember? Remember when they were hanging out of trees with their long guns? And he said, "Don't bother them. They're not after me." Remember that?
I say it every time I cover J6.
Yes.
He knew these people were armed. And then what did he say? Oh, you know what? They're not bringing it there to harm me.
Yeah, it was the detector. He said, "Don't use whatever detector It is to detect these sort of things. But
Yeah.
anyway, Zeus, something is fishy. Something's fishy, man. Something's fishy.
Yeah.
This dude, there's people in the audience. There's people on the grounds taking videos of this young dude up on the roof. 20 minutes. There was an someone in the audience who said that they saw him 20 minutes prior to Trump coming up there. Now, one more thing. That bullet would have taken his ear. That is, in my opinion, piece of shrapnel. Who did it come from? Did it come from the poor man in the audience who took to the head? A lot of questions, And let me tell you something.
What's that?
We're corrupt. We are corrupt.
We are?
No, not we.
Oh.
They are corrupt. Okay? Zeus, I want you to watch a show on Netflix. It's called Your Honor.
All right.
It just blew my mind. I've seen it firsthand. It happened to a family member in jail and the corruption behind it.
Yeah.
This made me sick. This very likely could have been a setup.
But okay, Cece, let me ask, do you think if it was a setup, do you think it was the Democrats?
Heck no.
Thank you.
No.
Well, why do his supporters keep insisting it's the Democrats? I'm just not able to find a solid, believable reason. So far, they keep saying Joe Biden said something about a target, which we all know was tied to his speech, his debate. Other than that, it didn't even give the inkling that you should go and do anything dangerous.
Yeah, Zeus, you've been on here long enough telling the truth. You are the truth teller on here.
Bingo!
There are several on here. We tell the truth. What we would not support a man if he was like Donald Trump. No, no.
Might as well support Trump.
Yeah, no. It's something isn't right. And this government or whoever is behind this would not hesitate to take out other people for show.
Well, that's speculation. I get it.
Yes, it is.
We don't know all the facts, but to me, it's just mighty interesting that his supporters still can't put two and two together, CC, and see the connection that you're trying to make. I mean, at least from the angle that his rhetoric, his defiance, the fact that he is willing to disrespect the United States government the way that he does, right?
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about you MAGA demon rats. He doesn't care about you. Guess what he said? Guess what he said? I'll tell you what he's going to talk about tonight is him almost dying. Okay? He said just recently, I should have been dead. Now, this is his quote, by luck or by God. Now, he used luck before he used God. When he was fist bumping, he should have been praying and looking up in the sky. It sickens me. I am sick, Zeus.
Oh my,
And when our president got up there and made his first talk about what took place, those sons of on the other side were saying he was laughing. They're liars. You're liars.
Tell him, CC, all right?
You make me sick and you make us all sick, you mega demon rats. Love you, Zeus.
All right,
Love you,
all right. Love you too, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to the beautiful CC. All right, I gotta hurry up and get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got next? All right, what did you say, DJ Kitty Cat? All right, you said you want to do 1 minute. Let's go. What do you got? What do you got?
Minute, really quick. Good morning,
Good
everyone
morning
in
to
the
you.
kingdom. I just want us all to stay focused. This has nothing to do with us. This is MAGA on MAGA crime. Let them deal with it. This is not our business. We are the party of minding our own business. And our own business means that we get our young folks and our people engaged, get them knowledgeable about Project 2025, get them knowledgeable on registering to vote, let them know where to vote, and let's stay engaged. We don't have time for this. MAGA, y'all need to fix your stuff. Fix it. This has nothing to do with us.
Nothing.
Stop trying to blame everyone else. It's called accountability. Okay? We're not going to play these games with you. We're going to talk about this. Zeus has to get it out. Straight Facts had to get it out this morning. Boss Steve is going to get it out. Union Gang's going to. We're going to get it out, and then we're going to get back onto our agenda. We don't have time for this. We're not playing with y'all. It is no time to play. Trump is the king of distractions, and we are no longer distracted.
Nope.
And there I land my plane. Y'all have a beautiful week.
All
I
right,
love
all right.
you all.
I love you too.
Thank
All
you for
right.
the gifts.
Look at that. Look at all that love, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to Dark Kitty Cat. Okay, all right. Listen, I've been seeing, I see, where's he at? Oh my gosh, oh my goodness. All right, we'll end it with you, Brother Swerve. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I do got to get up out of here. Swerve! Take us on home. Take us on home, brother. Let's go.
As always, thanks for having me up in the kingdom. I appreciate it, and good morning to the kingdom.
Good morning.
You know, I don't know what Joe Biden tweeted out. I heard you read it out this earlier, or something he said about a bullseye, this, that, and the other thing. And they're sitting here trying to tie that to what happened this past weekend, saying that Joe Biden is divisive and with all of his rhetoric, right?
Right.
Where were they when Donald Trump tweeted out a video of someone on a golf cart yelling "white power"? Where were they then?
Right.
Where were they when Donald Trump retweeted a picture of somebody with Joe Biden hogtied in the back of his pickup truck?
Oh yeah, I remember that one too.
That wasn't divisive at all. You know,
That's what they said.
Where were they when Donald Trump retweeted a video of them trying to run the Biden-Harris campaign bus off the road in Texas?
I remember.
Where were y'all at then, MAGA? You want to sit here and talk about all this divisive rhetoric? Where were y'all at while Donald Trump was tweeting out these things? Y'all didn't have any. What? Swerving is under surveillance? Man, get out of here. What, they gonna see me sitting here in a wheelchair? Shut up. Where were y'all at then?
Well, Lord have mercy.
You sit here and you talk about all this divisive rhetoric that Joe Biden has done in one speech, mind you. But meanwhile, you had nothing to say when Donald Trump was calling the left radical, socialist, fascist, and talking about we were the vermin that needed to be rooted out of America. Y'all didn't say anything. I'm sure that wasn't divisive, was it? No, that couldn't have been divisive. Where were y'all when Donald Trump was talking about immigrants are poisoning the blood of this country? No, that wasn't divisive. It's like y'all are such hypocrites. You only pick and choose what you're going to pay attention to.
Exactly.
And when Donald Trump does it, it's perfectly okay. But when somebody else says something that you think, well, you don't think, but when you just feel, because you get all up in your feelings, that is divisive. Then all of a sudden, oh my God! Now somebody has tried to take a firearm to your Orange Julius, you know, and well, he was a lefty. He donated to the Blue Act or Act Blue Fund. Okay, that person that donated wasn't the Pew Pew. That was somebody who just happened to have the same name as him. It's not even the same person.
Wow.
They'll do anything they can to twist themselves into pretzels to try to defend this man.
Yeah.
So it just amazes me. But ask yourself, the video of somebody yelling white power, the video of Joe Biden hogtied in the back of a truck, the video of the bus of them almost running the Harris Biden campaign bus off the road in Texas. Donald Trump retweeted all of these videos, and their excuse is, well, he denounced white power. Yeah, and then he retweets that video. Where were y'all? Where were y'all during any of that? You didn't say nothing. So what's your garbage, Zeus? That was all I wanted to say, brother. Y'all be well. Y'all be safe. And doggone it, have fun while you're doing it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Brother Swerving a round of applause. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I got to get out of here. Before we do, you all deserve a round of applause, especially to all the subscribers, gifters, moderators, and the panelists. All right? We'll still make it through this, all right? We got a long way to go. We got a lot of game to play, and do not give up, my fellow Democrats, all right? But to the Zeus haters out there, not just my haters, also these are your haters. These are the people who get on TikTok and spread misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin. These are the folks that promote evil, misogyny, bigotry, all kinds of xenophobia, criminality, and now they make accusations without having any proof of it. We're going to give them our final round of, you guessed it, booze and shame.
Silence! You never demon!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do.
Los heads in the kingdom.
All right, and I really am. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
How I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus.
All right, have a great morning, ladies and gentlemen.
I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus.
Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. Let's go.
Own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm higher than the eagle, I got bread on me too. Took a long time to get here.
It'll be all right, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry.
Get away from me.
All right, we got a lot of game left to play. Make sure you get out there and vote. All right, you get other people to vote. All right, and don't fall. Well, thank you, PA. And don't fall for the trick. All right, they're gonna try to blame the Democrats, and it's not gonna work. Hey, MAGA, enjoy. You're riding high right now, MAGA. Enjoy it. All right, but you know, same thing make you laugh. It'll make you cry. Hey, Snuggles, go get my steaks, bro. You're not winning, you're losing, bro. Trust me. Jesus Christ.
That's why they call me Z. This is how I move.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus.
I like to act a fool
when I'm moving like Zeus.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Moving like Zeus.
Darlene, thank you. Let's go, that's the day. We're almost there. Let's go. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. Lisa, good morning. All right, Lorenzo, good morning. DJ Kitty Cat, MAGA, Biden has immunity. You're right, Carol. Snuggles. Kevin, let's go. Hey, Tiny TikTok. No, we had nothing to do with it. I invited guest after guest up here, and none of you can tie the Democrats to it. All right, seriously. All right, Lisa Sales, let's go. That's why they call me Zeus. Don't worry. A lot of game left, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry, Jack Smith, we got your back. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. Thank you, and all right, here we go.
I just want to find 11,780. Which is one more than we have.
Right, and we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you worry. Hey, Snuggles, get my steaks, bro. You won't be smiling in a few days, trust me. Here he goes.
He's deranged.
Reggie!
Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged.
Yeah, you heard
Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's deranged. Jack Smith.
It's me.
He's deranged.
It's Zeus.
Jack Smith. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. And he's a big Trump hater.
All right.
Openly, he's a Trump hater. And
Hey, MAGA,
is even more
we'll be back. Don't worry. Enjoy today. This is your day, MAGA. You got the RNC today. Enjoy it. But rest assured, Zeus has not resigned. I will be back. All right. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out of here.